Hello, everyone. Welcome back to James and Flav Fornals. I hope you're all good. We've got some cracking comments here. I've got probably the biggest Jim Big Laugh Awards section I've ever collated. And some great comments with Arsenal fan comments that have aged not great. People standing with you, Flav, and your comments on Arsenal. There's a discussion to be had about Liverpool and if this is the easiest. Is this an easy league that they've won here? There's a discussion here, all via the comments that we've got here. But of course, it's been a big week for both in the Champions League. We've got Can You Judge a Man? We've got an arduous task and possibly the end of Egg Chat, which is exciting. And I would like, if possible, if we can find a little bit of space, to talk about an experience I had in a sauna this week. Bear in mind, the crotch is sort of at chest height.
Did you? What kind of sauna? Is it the one of them?
No,
that's a shame.
No, I didn't take a trip to the.
Do you know you can?
Pleasure.
Do you know you can?
Do you mean?
You can.
Again, all right, that's things you can do. Yeah, I know. When I used to work in telly, you'd have to walk from Waterloo Station past the Pleasure Dome, it was called, to ITV Studios. We'd go there every day. Well, we'd not go there. I'd walk past it every day. Never went in there, just quickly.
I don't know if Pleasure Dome is the right name for it. That just sounds too much. The Pleasure Dome.
Yeah, a bit much. It feels like the Pressure Dome, if I'm honest. And
James, I'm just saying, anyway, you can if you want.
Yeah. Well, so we've also
unless you can't, can you not?
I think you can. Well, it's up to you, isn't it?
Can.
Everything's a choice. Everything's a choice. First bit of advice in the pod.
I'm asking you a question, James. If you can go in a sauna if you want.
I did, and I had a moment, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is going to be really interesting to talk about on the podcast," which is a very 2025 problem. Luke Stoko Pops says that he's had an experience with a sauna as well, so we might save your experience, Luke, for the mailbag because we're going to do the mailbag straight off the back of the podcast. And so, if you do want to join us, then you're too late this week, but next week you can for less than a London pint.
I just want to prep this for the mailbag. We should, again, you can sign up for if you want to. But if this story doesn't involve your penis in some way, I don't want to hear it.
From Luke, mine doesn't. But that's
what I'm saying. If you wanted it to, it's up to you, Jim.
I think depending on the sauna, isn't it? I think the sauna drives that conversation, doesn't it? When I'm in a Virgin Active, I don't think the sauna allows for that. In fact, it makes it quite an awkward place to be.
I get what you're saying, but what's stopping you, Jim?
What's stopping me doing what, Flav?
going to a proper sauna, a real one. What's stopping you, Jim? Is it because you're big time?
Hang on, what's a real sauna? Tell me that.
You know.
What? I feel like. Look, we're in the shed now, so we can go straight into sauna chat if we need to. We can do football stuff later on.
What's stopping you, Jim? What's stopping you from?
What, Joe? The sauna. I don't know. What am I doing? I want to. I'll tell you what's stopping me. I'll tell you what's stopping me. Is I don't know what I've got to do. You keep saying to me, what's stopping me? I don't know what I've got to do. Do you know what I mean? I want to know the play-by-play. How does it play out?
I think you're worried. That's what I think, Jim.
What's the step-by-step process of a sauna?
I'm not into saunas. You're the one into saunas. I don't know.
Also, I'm like...
So what's stopping you from going to one? No, proper one.
Yeah, I mean, what, exclusively a sauna? I don't know. I'm still confused with what you're talking about. But
you know what I'm talking about. Saunas, the proper sauna, the ones that don't have like blacked out windows and that.
Do you know what? Do you know what I find odd though? Right, in this sauna that you're speaking of, it feels like sexual things happen in this sauna.
Yes.
Right. Do you know what I just realised? I cannot wait. So when you upload the podcast, people might not know this. When you upload a video to YouTube, AI is so impressive now that it will offer you it will offer you titles at the start of it.
Promise me you're going to use the first one.
I can't wait to to see what the fuck comes up.
Can you do me a favour, Jim? Because it's the second channel, right?
It's not the second channel. It's the new channel. It's the new
James,
channel.
All right, it's a new channel that doesn't count, right?
I'm getting hot just talking about it. I'm taking me socks.
James, it's a new channel that doesn't really count, right? So listen, can you use whatever the first recommendation from AI is as?
I mean, I could.
You can do what you want, Jim.
I could. It does feel like somewhat of a slippery slope. But we are, as I say, we are in the shed, and I feel like there's been a new energy to the podcast in the last couple of weeks, and I'm here. I'm enjoying it. I think
I'm just not. I'm conscious that you're not going to get told off by Seb, but for something that I say or whoever it is that runs your channel.
Oh yeah, well, and there's a freedom of expression that I'm quite enjoying. So
see what happens.
Yeah.
See what happens. See what you tried to do. You tried to break us up. You tried to ruin this podcast. And we've gone to the second channel and it's better.
Yeah. I at the very least will screenshot it and share it on Twitter to see what comes out first. I do want to get into the football.
We're putting to bed the referees are all against Liverpool now, right? Aren't we? We're putting that to bed, surely. Konaté literally might as well have thrown him in the goal. It was that much of a foul.
Yeah.
So it's either a penalty or a red card, one or the other, right? Do
you know what this reminds me of a fray? I remember playing Sunday League football. Ball goes over the top, centre back and the forward are going to it, and there was an unwritten rule in football a long time ago that it was an absolute freebie if it was a shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Known as a shoulder to shoulder for anyone who sort of doesn't play that much. And if you go in shoulder to shoulder,
you go as hard as you want.
You go as hard as you want, and it's whoever wins. And I remember a guy doing shoulder to shoulder, the other guy going flying, the attacking team getting a foul, and the defender turning his shoulder. Ref, it's shoulder to shoulder, cuss. I remember him saying that. So with all these things, the first thing I think is shoulder to shoulder, cuss.
It wasn't, was it? It was straight through his back.
Sort of,
wasn't shoulder to shoulder.
Forwards, wasn't it, as well?
What he just thought, just going to give him a wee nudge.
Yeah.
See if he goes there. Just going to give him a wee nudge.
Yeah, I mean, Konaté likes to do that stuff. I think the problem is it wasn't a lateral shoulder to shoulder. It was a forward shoulder to shoulder.
He was running towards the goal. He wasn't challenging Konaté. Konaté pushed him over so that he couldn't score. That's what happened. There's no other way of dressing that.
Do you know
they got away with one because referees. There isn't a cabal of referees against Liverpool.
Let me peel behind the curtain here. I don't know if you can see this.
Well, it's the Premier League. It's the Premier League refs.
Oh, you can't see it. I wrote Italian fourth official, right? So here's a theory, right? So I have this idea that with most refereeing decisions, especially with anything, if there's ambiguity, then you can make that the right answer lean towards your biases, right?
Yeah, of course, definitely.
So I said that as soon as they went, it's going to the Italian fourth official, I went straight away, it'd be fine. Culturally, two things. Is that referee a defender or a forward, right?
Gotcha.
Right, but secondly, if that was a Spanish fourth official, I think he would have been sent off and gone. Because I think culturally, they're sort of more accepting of like dives. You ever watch El Clasico? Do you remember the old days, Ramos and all those guys? They'd just be falling over all the time, and they would give it. But Italians love defending. Okay, so I think they appreciate that, and they go, "Oh, I've been in that position." Did you think about that
real time?
Yeah,
that's good, Jim. That's why you get paid the big bucks.
So yeah, I think that's kind of why they got about it. I don't care or know the answer, so I'm not really bothered. But I think if you'd have given either one,
are you sure?
I think I was okay with it being what it was. If I'm honest,
is this because they went mad?
No. I sadly, I will be consistent regardless of the abuse. But no, I was sort of like whatever. But like, if someone goes like you go, it's definitely a red card. You can kind of go, yeah, all right. There was someone else got like I think Liverpool got a foul later on, and it was it Pacho had like nudged someone else, like not to the same degree. I can't remember exactly. Let's not poke the beast for Christ's sake. But Liverpool got the job done, and do you know what a great example of everything is washed away if you just win the game. Everything
doesn't matter, does it?
That's what champions do. That's what they do. They're able to suffer. Yeah, and it's true. It is true.
I think that's fine. I think you'll have one or two of them on the way through to the final.
Yeah, I think so. If you think of Real Madrid, do you know what I said near the end, I was like, this is such a Real Madrid performance where, okay, look, you've got superstars, we're aware of that, but like that Real Madrid team against, say, Man City last year, I think, again, this is the point, is like, what I'm saying right now is stupid or clever depending on the result. It's very result-based. But at the same time, PSG didn't score because Liverpool have an incredible goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean, two
things can be true.
Yeah, they can be true. And often you separate the goalkeeper from the performance of the rest of the team. Like, if the goalkeeper has a worldie, as Alisson did, it's because the team was shit. It wasn't that. Liverpool defended well. There were times, inevitably, that PSG got through. And they relied on their goal.
Was pretty sensational. I thought they were stunned. Liverpool, like it looked like to me like they were sort of stunned by the movement, and they couldn't. They looked tired. I don't think they were tired. They were stunned by the team that they're playing against, which has, when you go through that team, the amount. And I think this is a real thing that makes me believe that this PSG side is. Also, if you look at the bench PSG got. That team could be PSG and Real Madrid for the next 5-6 years. Like, I think PSG might not even go through this time, obviously, because Liverpool in the lead. But that PSG team has so many dribblers, so many players that, like, when you get the ball, you're like, can you please just pass it? Like, don't run at me. They're decent.
They're probably going to go through the league unbeaten. You would say, and they look fantastic, but. Like you said about the Liverpool being stunned, I think you're right. I think that's what it was, and I think any team would have been stunned by the start by PSG made. It's just impossible to track, and they've not. What Liverpool had to do was adjust really quickly, because they wouldn't have wanted to be that way, and they wanted to. There was like, I don't know, there was kind of like this moment where they thought, right, this is the way the game's going to go. We need to stop playing out from the back. We need to start being a little bit more direct and adjust. And they did that. And that was what my point was the fact that they actually defended okay. It was just inevitable, given the level that PSG were playing, that they would get chances. And in that moment, can you rely on your goalkeeper? And the answer is yes. So that's why I wanted to make the point that it's important not to separate the performance of a goalkeeper and the rest of the team. Will it be a completely different game at Anfield? Probably. It's going to be fascinating, because PSG are going to want to come out and get it. And you say the amount of technical players they've got and little dribbly boys they've got. It's I'll tell you, some of their players are a delight to watch, aren't they? They're an absolute delight to watch. Dembele, for obvious reasons. I'm going to do it. Give me a second.
You can do what?
I'm going to try and pronounce that Georgian geezer's name.
Oh, good luck. Okay, here we go.
No, I can't even spell it to get it up. Okay. Kvaratskhelia. Is that bad? Is that bad?
Sounds like a new item of clothing.
Kvaratskhelia. Is that right? What are you saying?
I was just thinking. Imagine we had 10 minutes of this. It's just you just keep trying. Keep trying it in different ways, and when you get it right, I'll go stop.
Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia. I'm never going to get this. What is it?
I did
my best.
Yeah, I did. I think Luke says crying. Kvaratskhelia, I think, or Kvaratskhelia.
Kvaratskhelia. Wow. Anyway, he's fucking mustard. Like, he's so good. Like, we knew that from Napoli, right? But to go from Napoli, where it all worked well. Well, they said. Wait.
Kravish. That's a question I'd ask my grandma at shopping. Kvaratskhelia.
Madonna.
Very good.
Mate, to be honest, like everyone struggled with that.
Yeah, loads of people go Kvara, don't they?
Kvara,
yeah.
So I don't mind. Anyway, look. Point is that there's one thing doing it. There's one thing doing it for Napoli, right? When you've joined a unit, you've joined a world-class manager in Spalletti, who's just everything's moving in the right direction, and the players are there, and it just felt right. When Napoli won the league, that's what it felt like. And then he sort of got tired. Things have changed, and he needs a move. And he's gone to PSG, which is not the PSG we knew 4 or 5 years ago, the one that Pochettino managed with the superstars. They've gone down a new route. Partly, I'd imagine, the fact that there's still sanctions on the owner's inability to spend in the way that he wants to.
Yeah,
they've had to adjust and find talent.
Mate,
No.
They got the team. We've got a whole video coming out. We were hoping it's coming out today, this afternoon, but we want to really make sure the edit's really good.
But that front three
is talking about all of that. Yeah.
Who's your favourite?
Kvaratskhelia, I think, is my favourite for sure.
Yeah.
I think he's outrageous.
I think he's one of the best forwards in the world.
Yeah, I agree. I also think that's what I like about this. I think he's both, like, to touch on Liverpool and for both of them, and a word that's been used a lot this year. There's a humility to, first of all, like going back to your Liverpool point. I thought there was a really it's a good characteristic. There was a humility to that team to understand and, importantly, accept we're struggling here. Let's hang in here. This is where the game is going, and we might get away with it, we might not, but we're not just going to be like blind to what's going on here. I think that's really smart when they are actually quite well versed in defending compactly in a bit of a low block. Like it works for them. Although obviously PSG had created so many shots, but the rotations they had was just outrageous. They couldn't deal with them. But yeah, then to Kvaratskhelia, because he's Georgian, and the reason I bring this up is the team he's playing for with Georgia, which is actually a really exciting team, actually. But it's not a team that's going to allow you to be indulged as the main man. You have to be willing to like work hard for the team. And so him alongside all these other players who are still at an age where they've got like great athleticism but something to prove as well. Like the mega mix of that is super exciting. And like again, I think the profile of players that he's got with this Luis Enrique style of play, because it is positionalism, but there's loads of rotations all the time. They're all able to go to the different spaces, and when they go to those different spaces, poor Andrew Robertson, it was like Kvaratskhelia running at you, then Hakimi's running at you, then Dembele goes, can I have a go? Yeah, go on then, you pop over there for a bit, and he's running at him as well. Like, it was a lot for them to deal with. So it was an outstanding win for Liverpool. It was an outstanding win.
Yeah. And of any of the ties that are left, you want to watch that one at Anfield. Like, that's going to be a great game of football. But there's some moments and you just go, wow, we follow a beautiful sport, an amazing sport, when Dembele just does McAllister and then Robertson, or it might be the other way around.
Yeah. It's like watching a gazelle in the wild, wasn't it?
Mate, he hits it so far past them and then he's just on the ball. It's just like, this geezer's fucking rapid.
Yeah.
It's just, it's insane. Yeah, man, it's good. It's good. It was a great tie, a great Champions League tie, and fascinating stuff. And yet again,
go on.
Can we just go round of applause for UEFA?
Yeah.
What a Champions League! What a Champions League!
Great Champions League. It's a great format. It's working for
Great format.
It is good.
Great format.
What was I going to say? The Arsenal as well did very well. And we got some great comments from last week. What I will start with is this. And this is a new bit, or it's maybe just one bit. But I read it and I went, whoa. So, last week we were talking about... So, right, here's the comment. Just listen to this comment, right? It's pretty calm comment, okay? Dom Rich. The Liverpool cracks or creaks from a few weeks ago was just a misunderstanding. It's like being in a terrace house, thinking the noise was coming from the floorboards upstairs, but it turns out it was next door. The noise was actually Arsenal falling through the bedroom into the living room. And so I thought that was funny, nice little quip. And then the comments below, Sandy said, lol. Again, light, enjoyable. And then Kurt, I'm going to say your name here, mate, because whoa. Kurt Sudheim, 825. No, it isn't a misunderstanding. It's a wobble. Every team has one every year. Deluded Muppet.
Jeez. Come on now. This is not what we do here.
I was just like, whoa. Deluded. Where's deluded? That not 0 to 60. And where's deluded Muppet come from, Kurt?
Muppet as well. Right? Let's take a back step. Let's just all understand we're all friends here and we're just trying to get on.
What is it? What? Just relax.
That is outrageous, Jim.
Anyway, Arsenal fans stand with Flav. ZSHT says, as an Arsenal fan, I totally agree with Flav. He's absolutely spot on. We need to take a deep breath and move on. Reminder, Klopp came fourth, second, first, third, second, fifth, third. So the point is, Arsenal fans, standing with you. Maybe it's time to drop that Arsenal podcast.
Well, listen, he's 200 games. This weekend will be his 200th game.
3 cheers.
And he has... I think if you're an Arsenal fan, you should definitely a 50s round of applause.
You just clapped
so far.
Arteta. You just clapped
No,
Arteta.
I'll just... Oh, come on. Don't do that.
You deluded Muppet.
Look, 200 games in, win ratio that's better, win percentage that's better than Wenger's.
Is it? Interesting.
However, right, when you look into it, this is what stats are like. You can just manipulate them in a way that whatever way you want to. Across, how long was Wenger there? 20 years? Across 20 years, he has a better win percentage than Wenger.
Yep.
By about 0.8, something like that.
Okay.
When Wenger was at Highbury, guess his win percentage over about 290 games, something like that it was.
At Highbury, oh my word! Just at Highbury, or
yeah, just before they moved to the Emirates. He's his tenureship at Highbury.
Yeah, the full season though, not games at Highbury.
No.
Yeah.
The
full seasons, yeah.
And it's like 4 seasons, 5 seasons.
Win percentage, God.
Do you want me to tell you?
Do you know what? Funny enough, because we asked about Chelsea last.
I've never seen a manager with as high, by the way. I've never seen it.
Okay, well, so yeah, last week we asked about Chelsea, and I was saying there's this period of the year where like they always seem to fall off. And someone got me the stats. Forgive me, I haven't got it here now. But basically, just to come back to your point, they were like 45%, and then 1 year 20% win percentage. And I actually weirdly looked at like what is the kind of win percentage. I was struggling to find it, but I'm guessing about 60% is like
Whoa. It's mad. It's 70%, 70.2%. I've never seen a win percentage that high. Certainly not in the Premier League.
3 cheers for that. 3 cheers for Wenger. Give him a clap. Clap 2 managers. Clap 2 Arsenal managers. Who are you?
So I just like you're looking at Arteta. If there's one way to judge Arteta on any manager, it's win percentage for sure, because it removes all of the noise. So you could judge him as, he hasn't won a league title, he hasn't won a trophy in his own right. I know he won the FA Cup after 6 months, but it wasn't his team, or whatever it might be, whatever they say.
Yes. It's not a real trophy.
The point is that you need things to move into place in order to win a league title. You need a team that was imperious to fall off, like Manchester City, and you really don't need slots Liverpool to appear out of nowhere. But it happens, and you haven't won the league. Arsenal would have won the league in 2016, 2017 if it wasn't for Leicester. So they have had these opportunities where there's just anomalies. There's sides that become anomalies, or thorns in Arsenal's side.
Yeah, every season there's an anomaly though, isn't there?
Yeah, well, Arsenal need to be that anomaly.
Right.
And I think, and they haven't been. And sometimes it's out of their control and sometimes it isn't. And I'm not trying to give him too much credit. But if you look at his win percentage, that in time will get you to where you need to be if he can maintain it. You just got to be patient enough.
So what's Arteta's win percentage? Do you know that?
59 point...
Okay.
3. It's higher than Wenger's.
That is ironic because it seems like to win the Prem, ideally you want a 60% win percentage during the season.
That would do it.
Yeah,
that would do it.
Okay. So you've got some Arsenal are massive I've written here, and underneath it, Jonathan Campbell. He says Arsenal and Arteta just aren't as good as their fans think they are. It ain't any deeper than that. If Arsenal are serious about winning titles, they should fire Arteta and get someone like Iraola in. He's a much better coach and would have Arsenal playing entertaining, attacking football again in no time. I just wonder.
Are you genuine? Sorry, go on.
I just thought these were interesting. Don't say go on.
Go on. Do you think though? Yeah, go on.
Power move. No, the reason I want to put these in because I thought it's interesting that isn't it football great? The malaise of we all know the problems with Arsenal and they're just not really capable, are they? 7-1. Slap diddy slap.
Yeah. Need a striker. All right, we'll just got 7 goals to prove that the striker isn't the issue.
Yeah, should is the name. Let's be real. Saka, Havertz, Martinelli would never win you a league. Full stop. And the injury excuses are comedy. Great line. I can understand Saka, but the rest, no. And Boxian says Arsenal are closer to 10th place, Aston Villa, than first place Liverpool. We have our answer. Because there's been a bit of there's been a lot of chat about so this is it, right? Where was it? The Liverpool comment. I thought this was interesting. What do you think to this? Turkish Toffee. Oh, just read his name, realised. Probably Everton, isn't he?
I'm not Everton. No, I'm joking. I have no feelings about it.
Tread carefully.
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah.
Only the Premier League you can be worse than last season and go from 3rd to winning it in April just because how much the rest of the top 5 from last season have dropped off in quality. Do you agree with that in any way?
Yes.
You do agree with it. He's gone with it. He's gone for it. Okay. Other slight counter comment here. SP Re2RR. Can everyone just have some fucking normal names? Fuck me.
What was it? Because I missed that. What was his name?
SP-RI, the number 2, RR. Fuck off. Change your name. Change it.
What if he's just from an area of the globe where that's normally their name?
That's a normal name. Sure, we had, footballers' names. There was a few. There was a Will Hughes, and Jay Cartwright said that there was a girl I was talking to knew a lad called Ashley Cole, and I went to a school with a girl named John Barnes. One of these may be false, but there's also someone who went, "Oh, I went to school with a guy called a guy from Korea, and his first name was Mbappe." Surely that's a nickname. Anyway, he says Liverpool have lost one game. They're not winning it because other teams are not having a good season. They've lost one game. And
it just doesn't feel like that, though.
Do you think?
It feels like this is a weaker league. Because we're used to what Man City have been able to do, I think.
Okay. Stats that aren't true, but you think are true, right? Do you remember we said that last week?
Yeah.
So this is one of the Jim Big Laugh Award nominees. Argendo 8,400. He said, as for made up stats, I'm 100% sure that James is 5'4". Okay, thanks for that.
What you are about 5'4"?
Didn't make me laugh. I'm 5'7" 3/4. But so if answer this question, and in the chat answer this question, and Ollie Sage or other Liverpool fans don't answer this question because you've probably already fucking worked it out because you lot are obsessed with your football clubs. If Liverpool win all of their remaining 10 games, they will finish the season on how many points?
Oh, God knows. 89. I don't know. What are they on?
What are they on currently? I don't know what they're on.
Really, you should know the answer if you're going to ask that question.
Well, no, I Googled it, didn't I? Actually, that's how I found the answer. They are currently on 67 points.
What did you say?
With 10 games to play. What will they finish? What will they finish on?
So if they win all of their games?
Yeah. What's everyone saying?
30 points. That's 97.
Oh, you've ruined it. You've ruined it there. You've ruined it
there
by doing the math.
Well, it's not hard to work out, Jim.
Yeah, fair enough. And I can point. I didn't think about that.
If they finish on 97 points, that would put them up with one of the best ever Premier League totals.
Exactly. Right. So, and here lies the new motivation for this Liverpool team. So
not going to win.
I
10
think.
in a row,
So,
though.
well, okay. So next question.
Okay.
So if they finish on 97, that
Insane.
that washes it all away, right?
Should put up
Surely,
them, wouldn't it?
yeah,
Should
we
put
get
them.
another clap for another rival of yours. What will they finish on? Do you think?
I think they'll finish on 84.
You think it's
Something like
84? You think they fall
Around
away because they're just chilling and maybe they're still in the Champions League?
It's not,
blah blah blah.
It's not falling away. It's not falling away. It's they've not won 10 on the bounce all season.
Beach,
have they?
They're on the beach. Well, average points to win the Premier League is 82 point something. So
Really?
yeah,
Surely Tottenham could do that at some stage.
at some stage, you sure?
One day.
You're gonna struggle this year. Well, look, if you win the last 10 games, hang on a minute. If you win the last 10 games, if you win the last 10 games of the season, Liverpool lose every game.
Yeah.
Some of the others struggle. You could still win the title. You got to get your goal difference up as well.
So there's a guy out there. Jim, you quite like...
actually, you can't. 33 points.
No, we can't. Jim, there was a guy out there somewhere, and he has a model, and he runs the Premier League 10,000 times. Yeah. To get all of the possible outcomes. You know that guy?
We had that. Yeah, we had that guy.
It?
Yeah, we've done it. Yeah, we've done it a few times.
Right. Well, they did. He does it on Tottenham, which is how it's appeared to me. And
I think there's a few guys. I'm not sure we've got the same
few guys.
Anyway.
10. Yeah. So he ran it 10,000 times, and we don't finish in, I think, even in the Europa League from this stage.
Right.
So it's why we got to win it. When's this coming out? On Friday? Oh, is it Friday today?
No, it's Thursday. It's Thursday.
No. If it comes out, is it Friday today when people are watching?
I haven't decided yet. I could get it out if you wanted me to get it out.
No, I mean, because it doesn't matter, because at the time, I don't know what the result is of the RZ Alkmaar game,
yeah,
right?
You got away with it again.
Got away with it again. Mate, this is the only game. Suddenly, football's important to me again. Like, whereas for games, I've just been going into the Premier League games, like, well, it doesn't matter whether we win or lose. It's like, we're mid-table. You either like the manager or you don't. Nothing changes with every result.
Yeah,
Suddenly it does.
So what I was thinking we could do, it might be fun, is can we predict who's going to win every single trophy?
Yeah,
let's do that. So Premier League, what's everyone going for? I'm gonna stub
Man City late charge.
Yeah, imagine they fell away now.
How? More to the point. Is there any chance that Man City can catch Arsenal from this stage?
Arsenal, yeah, easily.
Do Arsenal fall away?
Well, they've just won 7-1. Who are this Arsenal?
Yeah, mate, they've just won 7-1. This is the fucker, right? This is the fight. Always fucking like thorn in my fucking side. Is they've just beaten PSV, who are second, 7-1. We're playing RZ Alkmaar, who are fucking sixth in the same division. We won't win 7-1.
Yeah.
We'll sneak a draw with a lot of XG given up.
Troy, yeah, inevitably. The Troy Parrott will. It'd be interesting to see if he gets a goal.
He will score a goal, and this is Troy Parrott, who, and I'm going to say this, right? He will 100% score against Tottenham. He's a championship level footballer. Like that's, and it's so Tottenham that he'll get two against Tottenham tonight.
That's cruel. Okay, well,
it's not cruel. It's just a fact.
Time will tell. This was on my mind. I think it's an interesting talking point. So saying Liverpool have had a better season, obviously, than Arsenal, right? So it's WC, fuck's sake. Fucking hell! WC7466 says...
Yep.
Player comparison. There's no competition between Arsenal and Liverpool. The leaders Liverpool have much better players in pretty much every position and the bench. Now...
There aren't Arsenal fans that would agree with that.
I thought about, of course Liverpool are doing better than Arsenal. And I'm very wary of it. I don't want to do a combined 11. But if you go through, if it's saying there's having a better season...
Let's quickly do it.
Right, okay. God, this could be... Right, let's see if I can do it. Well, let's see what we go... Okay.
We don't have to debate it.
It's quite easy.
Just more or less agree.
But
Alisson.
In terms of who's a better player, right? Alisson or David Raya. They're both...
Alisson.
But they're both really, really, really good, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's Alisson.
It's Alisson, yeah, especially after last night. Right back. Trent or Ben White / Timber?
It depends on what you want.
Do you know what? There was a moment yesterday. There was a moment yesterday where Trent was tried to kick. He sort of did a half tackle, and then it looked like the ball was going out for a throw in. And I've pulled this face that he pulled. He was screaming in his inner monologue, "Please go out."
Yeah.
And Dembele was running after it, I think, and he kept it in, and you could see him go, "For fuck's sake!" And then he got absolutely done.
Well, you knew that he was going. You know that it was mad that like Robertson and Trent in that game. You just think,
Yeah. And obviously they focused on that, and they will do the style of play. They want to make the pitch big, especially with the players they've got. But that's it. So when you come back to it, like, Calafiori, Miles Lewis-Skelly, as that left back, or Robertson, you still having Robertson. Robertson's had a tough. It's weird though. Trent's not had a great season. Trent's obviously super effective, but he's not had an outrageously good season. And Robertson's not had a good season by his standards either, which is mad to say.
Lewis Skelly's, I think that's a lot higher. He's all right. He's good for his age.
He's phenomenal for his age.
He's all right.
He's phenomenal for his age. Like I think
we've got a right back who's a better left back than him.
Let's make it about that. The centre backs, Saliba. You got Saliba and Gabriel against Konate and Van Dijk.
So I'm taking Saliba and Van Dijk as the best centre back pairing in the world.
But yeah, fair enough, and I'm cool with that. But in terms of how good a season they've had, Gabriel's had a better season than Saliba. So again, the level of those two is really, 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 really high.
Hang on, is Gabriel's season? Is it kind of boosted by his ability to score goals from corners? And now did they score any corners against PSV?
I can't remember now. So many goals. I don't think so. I was watching Marching Powder, Danny Dyer's new film. Go see it. Go check it out. And I forgot all the games are on. So yeah, and then you go to midfield. Like, if you go sort of names of it all, my point is, as you work your way through it, in terms of like the players, it's tight. It's really, really tight. So it's funny how there's such a big gap between the two.
But if you ask an Arsenal fan, because I know this, because I've had to do several, I'm never doing a combined 11 again. I don't care how much money there is available.
I bet you do.
I don't care. I'm not doing it unless Spurs get really good. Then I'm not going to do it. Yeah, it's pointless. So if you ask Arsenal fans, I reckon they would get 8 or 9 Arsenal players in. They just would. They always do. Like there was that. Again, I'm going back to that conversation, that clip we didn't show with when Robbie goes around and asks all the people on AFTV whether they'd swap Martinelli for Mbappe for money, and none of them went yeah, because you get I'm not. Every club does it. Every fan base does it. Very few wouldn't take that deal.
Yeah.
So something special about them.
So, do you know what? Just off the top of your head, then, let's just do it, and just try and keep bias out of it for a second if you can.
All right.
So you've said Alisson. So right,
Alisson,
okay. Alisson or Raya. Alisson. Robertson or let's say Calafiori, big money signing.
Robertson.
Gabriel or who's left side? Van Dijk.
Van Dijk, obviously.
Saliba or Konate.
Saliba.
Trent or Ben White.
I don't think that Arteta would swap Ben White for Trent. I don't think he would, because of how good he is for Arteta and in his system. However, if you asked the majority of football fans, they would say Trent for sure.
Gravenberch or Partey?
Gravenberch.
Rice or McAllister? No. Rice or Szoboszlai? Ooh. Oh.
Doesn't that say something about Szoboszlai? How good he is.
I mean, they're different. Those two are different.
I'm going to go Rice. I'm going to go Declan Rice. I don't even think it's really, when you think about it, a massive conversation. I think it's Declan Rice all day, but Szoboszlai has been incredible.
Odegaard or McAllister?
They're so different. But I'm picking Odegaard, but
Odegaard
McAllister.
or Szoboszlai?
Odegaard.
Okay.
Even though he's had a poor season. Odegaard. I think everyone.
Gakpo or Diaz or Martinelli or Trossard, whoever you want.
I'd probably pick him Martinelli, to be honest.
Would you?
Maybe, yeah.
Gakpo.
Or is it Gakpo for you?
For me, it is, yeah. Saka or Salah?
Salah.
Yeah, fair enough. Although shut out a bit yesterday. And up top, who's the striker? Well, I guess you got Darwin Núñez, you got Jota, you got whoever you want, and then Arsenal haven't got anyone either.
Havertz. It's all Havertz, isn't it? It's all Havertz.
So Havertz or
Jota.
Jota or Núñez. It's funny that, isn't it? It's not great, is it?
Probably fully fit Jota.
Okay.
But there isn't a massive gulf, and Havertz is underrated.
Very interesting. So the
underrated.
comment says, is the real difference here not simply Salah? If Arsenal had Salah, they win the league this year.
Yeah, fair. But that's like if you have their best player in the world, then they win the league.
If my aunt had no. Interesting. That is fascinating. Right. And just to finish up the other thing, so Premier League winner will be Liverpool. Who will win the FA Cup? Would you like to see the draw?
No, I think it
Great
will
FA
be...
Cup. Everyone's loving the FA Cup this year, aren't they? Rightly
so. Yeah, of course.
So.
And do you know what? Man City will probably win it, which will be a shame. But
we all need to come together and root for Bournemouth here. We really, really need to push for Bournemouth here.
Why?
Just get Man City out. Get out.
Oh, because they're playing each other.
Yeah, just get Man City out. You've got a great competition there.
Can you remind me? Is it at Bournemouth?
It is at Bournemouth, yeah.
Mate, that is not. Yes, the last thing you want. You're a Man City fan. Like, in terms of form, you'd argue that Bournemouth are probably the best team in it.
Preston Villa, Bournemouth, Man City, Fulham,
Villa.
Palace, Brighton, Forest.
The fact that Villa have got Preston, my gut feeling is Aston Villa. I don't say this, but you look at Rodgers and you're like, did Chelsea not go? They look at him going. They just went.
Rodgers, Morgan Rodgers.
Yeah,
he was at Man City.
Man City, my bad. So he's looking at him and a cold, but it's a conversation across all of these amazing players that have left these academies, and they've at some point gone, nah.
Well, they've become. Probably the reason you said Chelsea is they've kind of become Chelsea in that sense. So there's a lot of players that they let go now. Lavia, Cole Palmer, obviously struggling at the moment, but Taylor Howard-Bellis, Morgan Rodgers, Liam Delap. Like, they're getting close to a team.
Crazy. Now. But by the same token, it's because of PSR. They're developing these. They're having this sort of conveyor belt of talent coming from the academies massively. Look. Catherine's gone. Yes, Flav. I don't want it, Catherine. Honestly, I'd rather Man City win it than Villa and Newcastle. Fuck that. No way.
So you think Villa will win it? Do you know what's so funny? We've got the Ben Shepherd. I don't know if you guys are aware of him. It's quite a big deal as a presenter, and he's one of our sluggies, moist sluggy wuggies. And then he's absolutely desperate in the chat right now for me not to say Villa because he knows it's a jinx. Well, I think Brighton will win it.
There's some good teams in there, and
this
show? And it shows you the shift in what's happened in English football.
Come on.
It's really good. It's really, really good.
Yeah. So you're going for Villa. Best luck to Villa.
Yeah,
League Cup final or EFL Cup final. We've got Newcastle v Liverpool. And Gordon's out, isn't he?
Gordon's out, mate. What an idiot. I don't care. What a moron. I know he knows it now, but what is he? Because I've watched this, right? I've watched this back about 6 times.
I've not watched it.
I don't know. Have you not?
I've not seen it. So go on, explain it.
Why don't you, while I'm listening, just pop yourself on Twitter, right? And just watch it. I've watched it back about 5 or 6 times, and there's a minute, and it's in slow motion, and there's a second there where Gordon just snaps, and he just tries to punch him in the back of, not punch him, but just sort of, I don't know, double palm him in the back of the head.
Double fist him.
Okay. It wasn't a double
I'm watching
fist,
it now.
It wasn't a double fist, unfortunately.
Oh my God, you idiot! Why has he done that?
But the point is there's no provocation. Is the weird bit.
Yeah.
Or you can't see in it anyway.
There's previously been provocation, isn't there?
but not in that
surely.
moment. Yeah, but not in that moment. So it's so he's lost. That's a
Why
big
has he done
loss,
that?
and Botman's out as well. He's got another injury, isn't he, Sven Botman? But
Wait, do you know what? Has
so
he skipped his mental prep or his visualization that day? Is that what's done
he's
him?
a knob. He is a knob, though, isn't he? I know you
Wouldn't.
can't answer
I don't
this
mind.
because you might end up being. But I can answer it. He's a bit of a knob.
Everton fans don't like him.
No,
Yeah.
stupid hair as well. Stupid fucking hair.
I'm starting to enjoy the hair now. It's starting to grow out. It's starting to look right. EFL Cup then. What are we going? Liverpool?
Yeah.
Champions League.
Oof. Champions League.
I'm on the record with this already, so I'll tell you.
Are you?
Yes.
What in what respect? What?
Well, I did a prediction. I did a prediction.
Is it out yet?
Yeah, it's out. Yeah, available on the
fucking
channel
tell
right
it.
now. Go watch it. Huh?
Tell us.
So I've got an El Clasico final with Real Madrid winning it.
I'd hate that.
I'd like to
hate
be
that.
there for that. If anyone.
Of course you would. Well, mate, you're definitely going to be there. You won't even have to try it. They'll go. Sorry, James Allcott, you're going to be at the Champions League final, aren't you? Yeah, of course.
They just knock on the door, going, "Come on."
Yeah.
Where are we going? You know where we're going. Munich.
Come on. Just pat you on the arse as you go through.
That'd be wonderful.
Oh, have I earned this? Have I? Yes, you've earned
Yeah.
it, James. Get in there.
James,
Get in there.
James.
You
Stop
You
it.
take your seat next to Figo over there. Well, can I sit next to Figo? You sit there. What do you want to drink?
Imagine that Figo. That'd be, God, I'm dreaming. It's amazing.
Mate,
Actually,
that's what
on the mailbag, I've got to tell you guys something, and it's like mental. I've got to do something next week, and I honestly can't get my head around it. So we'll talk about that. So who are you going for?
I'm going to go for Aston Villa. No, I'm not really.
Oh, I'd
Fuck
love that.
What? Fuck Aston Villa. I'm going to go for...
Sure, jinx them all. You could jinx them on both. Double jinx.
I'm going to go Bayern Munich.
Okay, Harry to get it done.
Yeah.
Tell me. So say Bayern Munich get to the final and play Arsenal. How would you feel?
Well, whoever play Arsenal, I'd be a big fan of that club.
But Harry,
but Harry came to stop it. Well, he's done it. He's kind of that narrative has played out.
But
He's
or
stopped
to
them
lose
last
though.
I don't really give a shit about Harry Kane. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care if he wins something or doesn't win something. Really, it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
But it'd be good to see him stop Arsenal again. That would be great. But that's like beating Leverkusen 3-0 at home. Like, I think that's the second game Leverkusen have lost this year. So
Can I touch on something? Because you just said Leverkusen.
Leverkusen.
Yeah. So right, let's get into Jim Big Laugh Award.
Go on.
So, who's the director of football at Arsenal? He's left now. He's gone to Forest.
Edu.
Is it Edu? Okay.
What did I say? Edu.
Callum with 2 L's says Flav's ability to pronounce Edu, Adu, or Edu is sensational.
How about you lot get fucked, eh? Do you know how many words I have to spit out in this fucking shitty little microphone every week? You have no fucking idea.
Rob David replied, and the way switches seamlessly between both pronunciations. Honestly, there's just these things happen. Like, I had that on the pod this week with I'm gonna get it wrong now. Guimarães. Oh yeah. There's so many different ways I could say it. This made me laugh. HCamp74 said Rory mentioned the Serengeti on the club. Hashtag Serengeti Gate continues. So more Serengeti chat. If you hear anyone else with Serengeti chat, I'll drop in that in.
Should we see how many? We could sort of reach out to a couple of our creators and see if they can drop Serengeti in there. See where we can get it going.
That's great.
Serengeti.
I still don't really get it, but anyway.
I can't remember what the context of using it was. No.
And this just made me laugh. Tom, and this might be good for you. Tom Thirsty Field. I have a tactic to not be scared on planes at takeoff. Something that you struggle with, no, Flav?
Yeah, I do. I'm I'm just on planes generally, not just on takeoff. But anyway, what's his tactic?
He says, what I try to do is listen to a track with a really good build-up and try to time the drop with when the plane takes off.
That's pretty good.
If you get it just right, it's incredible, and you're concentrating on trying to judge it right, so you forget to be worried. My go-to track is Noisier. Could this be? There you go.
Nice.
By the way, just to say again, if you want to join us for our mailbag, we're going to be doing ours after the pod this week. But Mr. Shaky Blake said, tell me how much it is in American terms, because normally we say it's less than a London pint. And I might subscribe. Is it less than the Philadelphia cheesesteak? I do not live in London, and I have no concept of what a pint is.
Right. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you because I can't be bothered. Right, but I've got a better game, James. Let's guess the price of a Philly cheesesteak because we have no idea.
Great game. Much better game.
Much better game. So who's that? Who's that? What's his name?
Mr. Shaky Blake. Great name.
Don't send in any more stupid fucking questions, all right? We're not going to answer.
Yeah, just click on the fucking link and pay the fucking money, all right?
Pay the fucking money.
And listen to us. Like, this is probably the best sales pitch I could offer. You lot listen to this every week, all right? Something's clearly wrong with all of you, but we're here now. So just pay a little bit extra and get another hour of what I would say is more ridiculous, bizarre chat.
Right? Yeah, and if you would just shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, no. Once that's done, just shut your fucking mouth. All right.
I think it's getting to a point though. I think is this abuse of our patrons? Is this like what is this?
I think they like it.
I think they like it. They like it, don't they?
What's far more important?
They're in the chat. Do you like it? Do you like it, chat?
Yeah, do you like being abused? Right, can we do sauna chat?
No, we haven't got to predict the price of a Philly cheesesteak. Quick.
Oh, right. My head goes to like $6.99.
I'm going more because there's like a lot of there's steak and there's it's in Philadelphia. That's got to be big. I'm gonna go $13.99. Is that too much? No, that's too much. I'm gonna go $8.60.
Sorry, I just read something to reply. Okay, we should get like a film poster made, and it says, "I enjoy." It says of enjoying the abuse. Stokepot says, "Yes, it's an enjoyable abusive relationship." Catherine says, "It's the only reason we're here, to be honest." And Cameron says, "I've developed an abusive kink from you guys." You're welcome.
An abuse kink.
Right, I'm going to try and do this on the tactics board because it's quite complicated. What occurred to me. What was on my mind is this a privileged conversation? How the sauna chat? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think it's generally quite unhappy men who are seeking pleasure in other areas who go visit saunas, Jim.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Right. So
you can do what you want, though, Jim.
Okay.
No one's stopping you.
So, right, can you see this, Flav?
Yes, I can see this.
So the box I'm creating now is the initial sauna. Okay? And within the sauna, and I don't know if this is the same for all saunas, what I need you to now imagine is that this initial layer is the first floor.
All right.
And the second layer is like in some saunas you can like go up. You can basically go up a step.
Steps, so it's more intense in there. It's
and I guess generally the idea is to go higher, right? Now the door was here.
Have you got clothes on, Jim?
I've just had a bit of a swim, and I'm now sitting down for a quick sauna because apparently it's good for you. That is the only reason I'm going.
You got to go in naked though. You don't go in your swimming shorts.
No, that's the pleasure dome. You talk about the pleasure dome. Oh. Now, when I step into the arena, you then look up. You stand and you look up, and you've got decisions to make. Okay.
Right. And are you a man? Do you go in the top, or are you a...
Right. Well, so it's quite a congested sauna. It's quite a small one as well. So currently we've got this person here. Hang on. We've got one here. We've got one here, and we've got one. Oh no, and then we've got two spaces here, and then we've got one here. One here. Oh no, hang on. Sorry, one and one in the corner. Right. Where? So this is a bit like the top. Yeah. So where do you think we should sit?
Obviously, you know where you sit.
Yeah. And actually, sorry, there was one on the first floor as well.
Cheeky.
So I'm coming in.
Right. Are you going up or so?
I've gone there. I'm going here. Hang on. I'm going here.
Right.
Obviously, right? Goes without saying. Right. So then another bloke comes in. All right.
Right. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking.
Now we're getting to it. Right. Where does that man go?
Right. You walk out is the right answer, but he didn't walk out, did he?
Oh, you think walk out? Okay. Yeah. I mean, he could walk out. Yeah. So that is a decision to be made. But I think there's a shame in that, isn't there? There's a shame if you've walked in. You've walked in now. You've opened the door. You're committed to coming in, right?
Yeah. I've got an answer.
Yeah.
It's better to walk out and leave the gym completely, but the answer I think is between the two middle X's, so you and the gentleman on your right on the lower level, and you're just not going to get the sauna you want.
Right. You're saying go here.
No, I'm right in the centre. That would be between your legs.
Yeah.
I'm going. Move me over to the right.
All right, here.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
He went here.
Oh no!
Right.
Did he go there?
And just to warn everyone right now, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Right. There's a lot to come here. There's a lot of decisions to be made.
Right. I'm invested.
Okay. So these are all men. Right.
Yeah.
Then a woman comes in. What does she do? What does she do? And bear in mind, there are the crotch is sort of at chest height. For anyone who's on the upper level, chest is at crotch height.
Wow. Okay. So look, I mean, she didn't turn around, no.
No, you can't, mate. You can't turn around. No one's doing that.
No one left. Okay. All right. No one left. I'm going in my original answer between you two. On the lower level.
On the lower level. Correct. That's exactly where she went. That's exactly
okay, good. That guy, he's a psychopath, the first one. He's nuts.
Yeah. Right, so by this point, I'm thinking, fucking hell, it's pretty packed in here. Right? Well, and so then what happens is, and I'll have to redraw, so remind me where everyone was. Two people leave, right? So now we've got this. We've got a woman down here. This person's still here. This person's still here, and this person's still here. Really,
on the right
really clogged up on that right-hand side.
Yeah, yes.
So now, right, do you know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
I'm going. Should I be moving down to the end here?
I see. It's not as straightforward as you think.
I've committed to my space as well. I've committed to my spot.
You've also got to move past the woman. Which is not what you want.
I've also got to shimmy, yeah, or yeah. And am I doing this thing? Like, what do I do? Like, how do I shimmy over there? Have I got to go like this, like that?
Yeah, no, yeah. And you, so what? And also, James, are you going to sit down? Are you going to get down and walk round? That's weird. You're the weird one if you move.
Exactly.
You're
and
the weird
remember,
one.
all of this has occurred in utter silence, right?
Of course it has.
So it's a lot going in. Right. So I stay put. I've decided to stay put, but I'm sort of looking at the lads on the left, and I'm thinking,
why don't you move?
I'm thinking you're a bit stuck here, where ideally someone would go over there. Okay, right. Then a bloke, then one bloke comes in. Where does he go?
Obviously, he goes to the furthest most point on the right hand side.
Right. Okay, and just to sort of, with this in mind, right? So yes, he does. He goes to the corner, and honestly, in my head, I'm going, yeah.
Well done.
Right, next question, right? Should he face this way, or should he face this way?
He should 100% face the door.
He should face this way, just sat like legs over.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Don't tell me he put legs up.
No, he did exactly what you said. He just sat down.
Okay.
Right.
Good.
Okay. A woman comes in. Oh, sorry, no. Another bloke comes in.
Good.
Where does he go?
It obviously goes where the space is, just above to a woman's right.
Obviously. So all the X's are blokes, the O's are women.
Yeah,
one woman, right? Okay. Woman comes in.
Okay.
Now, and what I will say is that is a legitimate space.
It is a legitimate space, but it's not. So I was about to say there were two options, right? The option here is lower deck on the left, or lower deck on the right. But it's already congested over to the left. So that space isn't as appealing as you think it is.
Yeah, and I would also say you are surrounded by crotch at this stage.
Yeah, that is a
so for a woman that is really difficult. You know, we've got crotch. Because if you go on that if you go on that layer just underneath, and as I say, it is a bit more. It's probably a bit more congested here with these three X's.
All right. What I'm saying then is that she should probably the best thing, and I didn't think of that as a woman going in there, sort of face height with cock. I would say you're actually better off going between the two X's on the right hand side on the top level.
Oh wow! And sort of asking for a budge up.
Yeah, just budge over a little bit, and then you've got the space there. I think you're fine.
You're absolutely right. That's exactly what they did. Okay.
Did she go lower or
she went lower?
Or higher?
She went lower.
She went lower. Okay.
But she went a bit.
I said higher. But
sure, to be fair, there was a bit of camaraderie there. She went a little bit tighter to the other woman. Right.
So instantly, I thought that. I thought maybe she sat next to the woman, but then crotch is right behind her.
Someone's written crotch. What's he written? Crotch arrow should be added to the tactics board. Sure, I can add some little crotches there. Let's put some little crotches there. Here we go. Yeah, this crotch is probably there, I'd say. Yeah. There. So yeah, here that's a bit of a problem there. It's a bit tight by this point. Right. So another woman comes in.
Oh my lord. So where is she? She's not sitting right in front of that bloke's legs, that one woman that's come in there.
No, she's probably
redraw that.
Oh, it's hard. I've got to get rid of some crotches.
Oh, I didn't realise.
She, I would say she was sort of like, yeah, she was sort of. It was sort of like here.
Yeah. Okay. So another woman's come in. Fuck. It's the only position she can go is top shelf. On the left-hand side of the two X's, the gap in between the two X's.
What, here?
Yeah, it's the only place.
No. So she went here. So I applaud her for that.
That's right next to the crotches.
Yeah, she's gone, fuck you. That's a clear speed. I will not be intimidated, and I appreciate it. Now,
everybody wanted to turn around. Every single person wanted to turn around.
So the crucial thing to remember here now, for me, is I'm thinking, I'm getting a bit hot now. Okay?
Yeah, what are you thinking, Jim?
I'm thinking, so the problem I'm thinking now is the order.
Hang on a second. Have you written this all down afterwards so you remembered the order at which people came in? Or is this just pure memory?
This is memory. Yeah, today. Right.
Okay.
Right. So what I'm thinking now, though, is this has all moved quite quickly and it's feeling a bit congested here. But what's the best way of doing this? This guy was in before me. This guy was in before me.
Yes.
Right.
You can't leave before them because that's
exactly. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. That's the problem I've got now. But this guy came after me. This guy came after me. And this guy came. This guy came. Yeah, middle came after me as well. So I'm now, the ego in me is going, well, I can't go out before someone else goes out. So I need one of these two to piss off. Because I don't know why it just became this competition in my head. It's like it's sort of I'm going to be judged here if I leave before my order.
I think 99% of men that go into saunas like this have that mentality.
Right. So, oh no, I've lost my head. So what I do is I'm thinking, and I'm just sat there going, someone leave, someone leave,
please.
And then, but unfortunately, this lad left. So I was thinking, oh,
good.
Great. And then I was like, do you know what? Can I just hang in a minute here? But there was quite a period where I was going, who's gonna move? Who's gonna go? And I was thinking, are they thinking the exact same thing I'm thinking? And then I was just like, well, you just need to switch off here because you're not going until someone else goes.
What was the
move there? And in the end, I thought, do you know what? This guy looked like he was wobbling a bit, and I thought, do you know what? Hang in there. Maybe you could beat him. But then then, just to bring this to an end, another person came in and thought, fuck this is getting ridiculous. I'm out.
The end. You should just got water and just kept pouring it on the water and go on.
Oh, mate. Oh, God, I wish I still had it. The middle guy did exactly that. So, do you know what? Because that killed me. Everyone got in. So it was absolutely congested, right? We've got all these people, right? This bloke, ballsy power move, walks past a few people. I think it's before the woman was in front of him. And I thought, oh, thank God he's going. And then he just went, just poured the water up I just want to get the heat up. Tosser.
Yeah.
But
you can't do. How do you negotiate that? Because not everyone wants to heat up.
Yeah, exactly. Who do you think you are? Right. Can you... We'll go through 2 Can You Judge a Man's, and then we'll do the rest in the mailbag as a special treat for the mailbag people. Because we'll be here all day. Can you judge a man? So as a 28-year-old man, this is bought. As a 28-year-old man with 2 small dogs that I love dearly and a son, because last week we were talking about if you've got a small dog, can you judge a man with a small dog? Basically.
Yes, you can.
Okay. He said, I have devised a coping mechanism so that fellow men won't judge me for having small dogs. It essentially boils down to the fact that I could easily beat my dogs up in combat if it came down to it. If I say, for example, they went feral, I can give one a swift punt and scuffle would be over. If a large dog like a Doberman, well, the likelihood would be that I would not win that fight, and thus my whole family may die. Thoughts, he's written. Thoughts.
I think I could have Frank.
Your own dog, yeah.
I've got a Staff, and Staff's seen to be kind of like a manly dog, I guess.
Mm.
And I think I could have him. So I think that shows you just how weak you are, mate. If you have to get a small little shit dog, not a shit dog. You might love the dog. I'm sure you do love the dog, but that's how they're viewed. So yeah, if you want to murder a Shih Tzu just to feel like more of a man, I think that says something more about you, mate.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you could beat up little children. Doesn't make you good. I mean, just because they're small doesn't mean it. Like, that's not a feather in your cap, is it?
Yeah. Do you stop being a parent when they get too big to beat up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. He was going to stick around till he was 16, but he had a growth spurt at 14, so we had to kick him out because I'm not sure I could beat him up.
I'm just as you're talking there, I was just perusing some of the old comments from last week. Mm-hmm. And this geezer just said, Flav lives in Devizes. I knew that was you in the mini Tesco the other day, but I was like, what the fuck? It can't be.
Do you go to mini Tesco's often?
Yeah, whatever. So because all the big shops close at 4:00 on Sunday, right? So often the mini Tesco becomes like a hotbed of activity around 5:00 on a Sunday. And but I get that. I saw people look at me, and I'm like, I wonder if they watched the pod or something. But I'm like, why would I be in this little weird place in the middle of Wiltshire?
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
And last one, Josh King. Things you can judge a man for. And by the way, as I say, on the mailbag, which you can, I think we're on nearly 170 mailbags now.
Please.
You can check that out. I've got a little quick line on egg chat. So a bit of egg chat in that on its way. Last thing, can you judge a man for this? So the Domino's chat reminded me of this one. In my time as a delivery driver for the aforementioned American chain, I once delivered a pizza to the same house 2 days in a row.
Wow, that's crazy.
I've never even thought about this. I was like, wow.
No,
so hang on.
I haven't either because no normal man would do this or person.
The look on the guy's face as he realised he'd be unlucky enough to get the same delivery driver again was genuinely soul-crushing. I'm sure he thought I was judging him pretty hard, and I absolutely was. I also stand by the opinion that Domino's is far closer to a cheese and tomato cake than a pizza. Interesting.
Cake? I get what they say, but it's a pie. That's what they say in America. It's a pie, don't they?
It's a pie.
Here's your pie.
Back to back Domino's is insane, isn't it?
Yeah, no, you've got a problem. If you can't figure out anything but buying Domino's again, like that's not that. You should be judged massively for that.
Yeah.
Listen,
go on.
The Domino's guy. So Domino's where we live. Devizes is the town, but we actually live in a place called Marston, which is out of Devizes, and it's a good 20 minutes. So the only place that will deliver is the Domino's.
Right.
And this geezer knocked on the door. So we're in the middle of nowhere. And the geezer knocks on the door and goes, I know you. You're on James and Flav for now. And I went, yep. He goes, what are you doing here? I went, I live here. Can I have my pizza?
Oh, that's horrible. That is
I wasn't
horrible.
I was like, oh mate, and you don't want to do too much. Like it's a delight. It must be great for you to meet me. You don't want to give that energy.
No.
So what do you say?
Or
you
you don't want to be dismissive either, do you?
No.
No, I think you just do your best. You can just do